Today it's all about V10. We get confirmation of rumored features and a couple of surprises as well. This is Tesla Tidbits episode number 550 for September 27th, 2019. This show is sponsored by my supporter Richard. If you're in the market for a new Tesla, please consider using his referral code. Ask your salesperson to use code Richard174 or go direct to the web link ts.la/Richard174 and pick up a 2,000-mile supercharging credit for your new vehicle. First, apologies in advance if I sound a little rough. I've been under the weather pretty much the entire week, as has my entire household. But this show was too much to let go by. So today, Tesla announced via Twitter and blog that V10 software was beginning to roll out over the course of the next week. Elon clarified exactly who was getting it, saying also on Twitter, quote, Tesla V10.0 just started rolling out to all US Tesla owners with full self-driving option and advanced download selected in vehicle software settings, end quote. Note that this is requiring both the purchase of FSD and selecting the advanced download, not either of those things. Assuming that you're in this group, here is the extensive list of what you're being treated to. We'll start with the things that we pretty much already knew were coming. First up, the newest game coming for the car is Cuphead, an old-school run-and-gun shooter that is brutally difficult and sports a beautiful hand-drawn art style reminiscent of old cartoons. Next up, probably the most highly visible new feature is Smart Summon. If you have purchased full self-driving or enhanced autopilot, feel free to park your car wherever you like, and if you're within 500 feet of your vehicle with a clear line of sight, you can simply tell your car to come get you. Another highly sought-after feature is Tesla's new theater mode. As long as the car is parked, hang out and enjoy Netflix, Hulu, or YouTube to your heart's content. It's not Netflix and chill here, to quote Tesla in the announcement, it's Netflix and charge. Chinese owners will get access to the iQIYI service, I hope I pronounced that right, as well as Tencent video access. Tesla says that more services can be expected to join the lineup in the future. Moving more to the musical side of things, a long ago promised feature that I'd actually forgotten about makes its appearance, and that is the karaoke feature. Again, while parked, pop up this app and sing along to your favorite songs while the words appear on screen. That way, you know that the lyric is actually, "Excuse me while I kiss the sky," and not, "Excuse me while I kiss this guy." In a nod to parents everywhere, Tesla now gives us what they're calling Joe mode. This mode takes all of the car's alerts and drops their volume significantly, so you can let both sleeping dogs and babies lie. The next feature is one for indecisive people. If you're hungry and don't know where you want to eat, or just don't know where you want to take a drive in your Tesla, they give you the option to "I'm feeling lucky" or "I'm feeling hungry" to have navigation take over for you. The former will navigate you to a popular entertainment destination nearby, and the latter, as the name suggests, will land you at a popular nearby restaurant. Lastly, in the category of features we mostly knew were coming, V10 adds the rear camera to the built-in dash cam recordings, as well as stores Sentry Mode clips in a separate folder on the USB drive, so they're easier to find. Now we move on to some things that haven't long ago been figured out. Firstly, though it's long been rumored and promised, but no date was ever set, Spotify finally lands on US Tesla vehicles. Yes, at long last, those of you big fans of Spotify can get your groove on in your Tesla natively. Good news as well, those of you that love Live by Live, aka the artist formerly known as Slacker, Spotify is not a replacement, it's in addition to Live by Live. In China, podcast and audiobook service Himalaya comes to the vehicles. Again, apologies if I'm butchering that pronunciation. The biggest surprise in the update probably comes for those that purchase Standard Range and Standard Range Plus Model 3 vehicles. Many folks have been asking the question recently about how they can update their premium connectivity so they can enjoy some of these new features. It looks as though Tesla is going to throw them in for free in a limited capacity. From the blog post, quote, to take advantage of the advanced media features in the software version 10.0, we are also enabling browser access on all Model 3 Standard Range Plus and Standard Range vehicles. The update will also enable streaming media access to Spotify, TuneIn, and Slacker while connected to Wi-Fi for these cars, end quote. While it's not full access, it's better than none, and we'll continue to keep an eye out to see if there's an upgrade for the full connectivity ever offered. So that's it. Tesla is calling this in the blog the largest update ever, and I have to say, I absolutely agree. V9 brought us the UI refresh and better maps, but I can't remember anything else outside of those admittedly very important features. Here, it seems like Tesla has thrown the kitchen sink and more at us. As the owner of an MCU1 car, I'll let you all know as soon as I pick up the update just how much of this we'll get as owners of older vehicles. We can already rule out Cuphead for sure, as well as Smart Summon and obviously the dashcam improvements, as those require Autopilot 2 or better hardware anyway. The rest, though, I can't see good reason why we shouldn't get to enjoy these features. I'll certainly let you know if my wife and I can Netflix and charge ASAP. That is it for today's show. I've got some more stories available, but we'll keep those for Monday, as I think the V10 rollout and official feature list is important enough to stand on its own. I'll hit you with those on Monday. Until then, thanks to all my patrons supporting the show at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits, and as always, a special shout out to all the super patrons supporting the show at the $10 plus level. They are Drew Schuyler, John Waller, Ryan Scarborough, Lee Sweet, William Henry Crew III, Dorian Steve Guberman, Bruno Condici, Joey Boots, Ralph and Cheryl Waterhouse, Adam Raymer Brown, Megawatt Photovoltaic Development, Todd Sullivan, Mitch Long, Zortec LED Canada, Morvan Og, Blake Thompson, Raymond and Deborah Malkowitz, T Sportline, Travis and Cheyenne Rush, Chris Hovis, Craig Murphy, Vicky Kirk, Ricky Johnston, Bien Concepcion, Nathan Garza, Paul Gona, Ed Patterman, and Sunil Joseph. If you have feedback for me, the best way to be heard is to tweet at Tesla Tidbits and use the hashtag AskTeslaTidbits if you'd like your question to be considered for the show. Until next time, keep it charged and hit the road.